G'day guys, welcome back. Another episode of Pete's Gold Adventures. Well, we're back out bush again and the weather is threatening. I've been rained on twice. It's only really light, so it's not too bad. But might be mistaken to thinking this might be Inglewood by the look of the bush that's around. Well, you're right, it is. And it's a good little monster spot here. The ground is pretty quiet in places. If you run over the mullock heaps, it's not too bad. If you run over the ground, you probably get your ears blown off with monster. But yeah, got a little signal over here. I've actually been going for about an hour and a half. I actually haven't recorded anything. 4 lead shot and a little bit of metal. That's about it. Oh, that's a boot tacks, but they were still attached to the sole of the boot. But I do have a little signal here, so I thought I'd best film something. Otherwise, I'm not going to get anything filmed today. But got a nice little signal here, so we'll dig it up and see what we got. Done a boot scrape. It's going all non-ferrous, so hopefully this one might be the right colour, or it's going to be another little old mate. It's pretty aggressive, but it's out. Let's see what we got. It's in that. Something dropped in there, but whatever this is. Nah, it's a shard. No, it's a little shard of lead. So a bullet is hit. Yeah, disintegrated. Bugger. Well, that was no good. First target I get on film, and yeah, she's a little bit of a shard of lead. So anyway, there's a shard of lead in here. Can still be gold in here. So I'll keep working this little heap, and we'll see what we can come up with. Well, it's been quite the quiet morning, so yeah, not a lot of targets basically. Yeah, like I got onto one little digging that had quartz everywhere and got about 4 bits of lead out of it, but no gold. Yeah, a bit of lead is saw in it last dig, but yeah, I'm actually here with Andrew and Kerry. Yeah, Kez does me Subs Day merch. All your stubby holders and bits and pieces you get on Subs Day, yeah, she's here. And of course she's got a little bit of gold with a monster, so well done, Kez. And yeah, Andrew is wandering around with his 5,000 and picked up a piece. So it appears I'm the only one that hasn't got a bit of gold today. So not good. So I better rectify that. But anyway, down behind me here, where the scoop's jabbed into the ground, I've got a target flicking both ways on the indicator. So hopefully that might be the right colour. It's probably going to be old mate, but anyway, we'll dig it up and soon find out. Oh, I believe it's in here. Somewhat making the right noises. Alrighty, so one bit of quartz. Ah, bugger. One bit of clay, or is it hot? No, God, it might be hot rock. I've got a hot rock. Ah, bugger, no. It's one of those little red hot rocks. For some reason, these little red hot rocks throw both ways, and they sound really good. No, good day. Righto, I think we've got a signal that sounds pretty good. It's got that little better sound to it. Hot rocks. Oh, hot rocks, the hot ground. This is borderline monster material. I'm running in manual 9 because I don't like running in auto or anything, so if I can't find ground to run in manual 9, I'll just go somewhere else. But even though this ground is looking pretty hot, it's still working. You just gotta pick the signals. Like, the screen on the Monster's pretty accurate, whether it goes ferrous, non-ferrous. If you get it flicking both ways, dig. If it flicks all ferrous, don't worry about it. But anyway, got this likely looking spot here. It's the side of a giant malachite full of quartz, so ideal monster country. It's actually been running pretty quiet, so I've got a signal which sounds pretty good, so hopefully this one will be the right color. That sounds pretty nice. Alrighty. Gone. So that's the best way I find to get a target. So scoop it, see if the signal moves. Another thing I like to do is you actually use 2 scoops. So see if I got it here. Monsters are pretty sensitive, and if you've got multiple targets and you've got 2 scoops, you know it's not in that one. Because monsters don't like hands, effectively. I like the big scoops because you can give them a good rattle. Oh, here we go. Ah, I can see it. It's gold. Yeah. Check this monster out. That is tiny. It's actually a little bit of quartz stuck to it. How cool. That is tiny. That's not going to weigh anything. But it's the right colour. So I am happy. Well, there we go, guys. Nice big old malachite with lots of quartz in it. And we got ourselves a little bit of gold. So, although it's only tiny, like it's barely a picker. But it's gold. It's the right colour. So I'll take it over nothing, basically. So nothing is what I had before it. Now I've got something, so it's all good. Anyway, I'm going to work the side of this a little bit more and see if I can find something a little bit more chunkier than that. Quite often what I do is put the camera down and get the wanders up, and I sort of don't always go back and get the camera to film targets. So I just got a nice little target, turned out to be lead shot. But right beside it I have another nice target. Who's to say it's lead shot? Could be gold. So just in case I don't, well, just so I don't miss it, thought it best to go get the camera and get this one on film, because never know, might be another live dig. So I've got a little lead shot just here. Oh, there's another target up here somewhere. Definite signal, so never know. Don't really need to pick. It's nice and soft. Okay. So I'm hoping it's not lead shot. Big gnarly hot rock looking thing. Oh, it might be that. Alright, might might get back to you on this one. I appear to have lost it. I think I found it. It might be a specie, maybe. Looks like a bit of quartz. It was pretty round. I think it rolled away when I sort of scooped it or something. I don't know, but it was down behind it. But anyway, hopefully it's a bit of gold in quartz. Alrighty, there it is. A little bit of crusty looking quartz. So you'd have to think that has got gold in it. Can't see any, so let's give it a whack. It's in half now. Got quartz going everywhere. Oh, nothing in that. Seems to be in this bit. Nothing in that. I might try and whack it in there. How bad could it be? Alright, we got the 2 halves. Alright, not that bit. I just want to see it. I want to confirm it's gold. Oh, just a little tiny bit. I can see gold right there. Well, there we go. If you can see it there, it's all it's tucked in around this bit of quartz just here. I sort of pulled on it, was wanting to break apart, so there you go, another bit for the day. How funny. I thought it was a good signal, but the bloody thing rolled away. Well, there you go, just like that. I had a target, lost the target, and so glad I found it. Yeah, it was just because this little round rock, I think it just rolled away. Luckily, well, I was able to find it. It sounded good, that's why I wanted to get it on film, but yeah, I'll show you the little mound. It's not the biggest mound. There's plenty of large ones around, but yeah, it's got the gold, so that's all that matters. So this is the little mound. Not much going on. That's sort of the most of it there. Look, there'd be an old timer's hole right there. All I've found around here is all the mounds have been pushed. So there's holes here. They're just covered over, which wasn't the brightest thing to do. The government back in the day thought it was a great idea to basically, I think, chuck timber and a bit of plastic over, push some dirt over it to make it safe. But problem is now, all these mines, timber's rotting out, basically they're dropping. So if you see a depression, don't always assume that it's a shallow digging, because there's a fair chance that this might have come out of this depression right here. And it's not much of a depression, but it could be quite the deepish hole under that. This is probably an example. You can see the edges are nice and crisp. They're not rolled over. There's no dirt piled up around it. So I can almost guarantee that had been just pushed over back in the day and now it's dropped. Might have happened a year or two ago, but yeah, it's what happens. So anyway, I'm gonna work my way over this mound now and hopefully might snag another little specie. Alrighty. Might be straight onto another one. I started digging it because it didn't actually sound that great from the top, but as I got down lower, it got better. And it's sort of flicking both ways. I don't mind flicking both ways. It sort of picks mineralization up and the non-ferrous side as well. But as long as it doesn't sort of whack each side, yeah, it can be all right. But anyway, I've scraped it. It's come out, so let's see what it is. Alrighty guys, I finally got to it. It was down the tip and it is tiny, but all these little guys, they'll add up. And look, I'll take it, look at that. Glistening in the sun. Just a tiny little bit of gold sitting in the quartz. How cool is that? Alright, I just sort of stepped back onto this thing too. So I just moved this bit of a tree branch. It's pretty much sitting right where the detector is. I just went bang, target straight away. It didn't sound great right from the start, but rock might have been up the wrong way, but yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna keep on trucking on this one because this one is pretty good now. I like it. Well, enough of the monster. enough the flip-flopping noise that it makes. Yeah, when you're working in semi-mineralized areas, it can get a little bit much by the end. So, but still, this area is still good enough to be able to use the monster and work through the noise that it makes. It's all about that flip-flop on the dial. So, watch that, and you'll be fine. Anyway, I'm going to have a crack at this area just for half an hour. Get the old 45 going and see what I can come up with. Andrew's down a bit lower. He ended up actually getting a second piece. So we'll give this a run. We're on the downhill slide of all the reef workings up there. There's plenty of quartz, so there's no problems about getting a stray little specie or a little nugget in here. So hopefully within half an hour, we might be able to do that. Well, nothing too spectacular so far. Probably got about 10 minutes to go. Got a whopping great big lead shot and a 22 bullet. So, not great, but yeah. We'll just work this little area a little bit more. Another 10, I reckon it's done. Sun is about to go down, so that will be it for the day. But let's see what we can do in the last 10 minutes. Anyway, guys, the last 10 minutes didn't really yield anything. Just a bit of ground noise and some wicked hot rocks is about it. But anyway, today was to come out with the monster, have a go with that, and I succeeded, so I'm pretty happy with that. I do enjoy getting out with the monster. Haven't done it for a while, so I thought my mission today, get some monster gold. So I ended up with 3 bits, so it's not too bad. I don't think I'll bother weighing them. They're still in the quartz and they're a bit small. But yeah, Andrew ended up with 2. He got a nice one. 0.2 on the end, a bit of quartz, and probably a little 0.1. And Kez, yeah, she got a little monster bit as well. Anyway, guys, well, that brings us to the end of another episode of Pete's Gold Adventures. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.